In this video, we are going to find the start and end number of a continuous range. Hello, this is Jagan from Growth Data. I am posting this video to share my knowledge in SQL with you. If this assists you in your interview preparation anyways, I will be happy. Welcome to the 44th video of our Advanced SQL 50 interview question series. We have different topics to cover and we are now in the second video of the last topic of the series, CTE and Windows function. This video will be tagged in Advanced SQL 15 question playlist. The code we discuss in this video will be uploaded to the GitHub. The link for the GitHub page will be in the video description part. Now let's see the data set and we can talk about the question in detail. So we are given a log table which got the log ID, sequence of log IDs. Let's create this table, and now with this given data, if you see, we have a sequence of 1, 2, 3, there's a break, 7, 8, and then it goes to 10. So what they are asking us to do is, out of these buckets, right, the sequence numbers, get the minimum and the maximum number between those continuous ranges. So here if you see 1, 2, 3 is a bucket and 1 is the minimum value and 3 is going to be the maximum value, and 7 and 8, 7 is going to be the minimum, 8 is going to be the maximum, and for 10 this is only one value, so the minimum and the maximum are going to be the same. So the expected output is going to be, we have to give the start and the end IDs. So out of 1 to 3, start is 1, end is 3, and 7 and 8, the start is 7, end is 8. Since 10 is the only number, the start and end are 10. So this is what they are asking us to do. Let's directly go into our Windows function here. First thing is, we are going to create a row number, a sequence of numbers. Right? So we say select log ID from logs. So this is the data they are given, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8 and 10. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to create a row number over order by log ID as row number. So if you see this, we got a sequence of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it gives a proper sequence. Now what I am going to do is, I am going to create this as a CTE table with initial setup as, I create this as a CTE table. Now I say select log ID and we have the row number. Now I am going to see the difference between the log ID and the row number. This is going to give you a pattern as bucket from initial setup. If I run this, if you see this, 1 minus 1 is 0. So 2 minus 2 is 0, 3 minus 3 is 0. So after that there is a break, and then say 7 minus 4 is 3, 8 minus 5 is 3. And then there is a break, and then 10 minus 6 is 4. So whenever there is a break, this sequence of bucket, right, the bucket sequence, there is a break happen. So if you continuously 4, 5, 6, 7, then that will match with the row number, so everything is going to be 0. Since there is a break, the difference between the log ID and the sequence number creates a bucket. So that is what we need. So we can just say bucketing. So now what I am going to do is, I am going to create a sequence which says maximum of log ID as start ID, and I am going to say, so the minimum and maximum, right? First is the start, and so minimum is the start, maximum of log ID as end ID from bucketing. We use BUC. Okay, this is bucketing. Okay, so from the bucketing one. So in here, if you take the log id, right, the minimum and maximum of log id, minimum is 1, maximum is 10. So that's how it comes. But what we need is within a bucket, what is the minimum and what is the maximum. So what should I do? I just add a group by bucket. So what happens when I say group by bucket? It just takes this group of bucket out of 0, 0, 0. What is the minimum log id? What is the maximum log id? And of this bucket 3 and 3, what is the minimum? 7. What is the maximum? 8. And then another bucket which is minimum is 10, maximum is also 10. So if I include bucket and run it, then I can see the difference 1, 3, 7, 8 and 10. Within that bucket you get the minimum and maximum. So this is what is expected, right? So basically you have to create a row number. Row number will create a sequence of numbers and you see the difference between the log id and the row number. So whenever there is a break, then that will show you the different buckets, and using this bucket you group by and get the minimum and maximum. So this is a very simple one, but once you know how the data flow and what you have to do, it will be very simple. So here we use a CT logic. So there is no need for a CT here. So first what I can do is, instead of creating a sequence data set and then use that, I am directly going to use the subquery. So here we have the log id and we got the row number. We are going to keep this as the base table or the subquery table. I am going to create the second level of table, get from, and then you bring in these guys. So it takes the second main query, takes the first one as the subquery table and gives the alias name. Now if you run it, you get the same log id, row number and the bucketing part of it. Now keep the second layer as the subquery table. You go with the minimum and maximum part of it. From this, and we can do a similar alignment here, and you keep this as B. Since when you have minimum and maximum and you run it, it gets the 1 and 10 without the break. The 1 is the minimum, 10 is the maximum. To get the break, what we did last time? We did a group by part. Group by bucket. So if I run this, I get the start and end breakdown into each bucket. So here we don't have to put a CT table and name it and then calling it, right? You can just do a nested subquery table and then you get the result. So this is good, not much to be changed. But if you see this, 2 layers of the SQL, right? So we got the row number and then we just do the subtraction. Let's see if we can do it in a single step. So we take this and you go back. So what we'll do, we'll get the log id and create the sequence of it, and then we have to get the difference. So instead of getting a row number and the second step go for the difference, we simply say log id minus the row number. We give this as a bucket. So it creates the same output 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 becomes one bucket, and then 7, 8 becomes one bucket, 10 becomes another bucket. So you just cut short the 2 steps into 1 step, and then we can use the same pattern, get the minimum and maximum, and then you give the alias name, say A group by CKET. So this will break down each bucket and get the minimum and maximum. So instead of doing 3 steps, we just reduce that to a 2-step process. We do a small alignment here to understand. Okay. So now I did one step, I got the log and create the bucket, and then I took the minimum and max based on each bucket. So this is one of the critical parts. If you don't use it, it gets the overall minimum and maximum. If you want to see this practice code, this will be in Grow with Data playlist. This will be the advanced SQL 50 questions playlist. And the description part, every video will have its corresponding GitHub link. So this one have the GitHub link here, which is the code for the particular video. Now we are talking about 44th video. So that got the input value, what is expected, and the 3 approaches: the CT logic, subquery table, and third one is the simplified version of the query. So you can use this for your practice. If you want to join the WhatsApp channel, there is a WhatsApp channel link here. You can use this and join Grow with Data WhatsApp channel. Hope you like this video and thanks for watching.